What is up, you guys? It is your girl GC the Trader, and we are back with another video game. Hey man, happy 2026, y'all. We have finally made it to the new year. I know your girl hasn't posted in a minute, but I've been in the lab. You get what I'm saying? The last 2 weeks of the market in 2025, I was just really focusing on, seeing how the market was going to end up closing out the year and, get back in the feel of everything, looking at the trades I took last year, back testing on a few pairs that was still running while the market was shut down for Christmas and New Year's, and just still trying to keep my game fresh and polished and strong. And I wasn't really trying to, you know what I'm saying, get too comfortable in this break. So during this break, I did do a lot of back testing. I did do a lot of market watching. I also looked at gold a little bit more, because starting 2026 I will be trading gold more. I think I'm going to focus just on gold and ES. You get what I'm saying? And as you can see from the thumbnail, we did catch a banger on gold, and that's one of the trades that we're going to be going over. But I'm also going to show you the ES and NQ market, because I was looking at those today. So yeah, you guys, I hope you had an amazing start to this new trading year. And with that being said, let's get into this breakdown, you guys. All right, you guys, as you can see, we are on the ES chart to start off. When I came into the chart, of course, I look at my hour. I did set these key levels. These was key levels from last year that ES did not hit. We have been in a downtrend for the last few weeks, so I did mark up those key levels just in case price decided it wanted to break to the upside. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened. ES ended up hitting an old high from December 30th that I had marked up right before it took out that London high and that New York high that happened on the 31st. Price had been sitting there, since then. So I wasn't surprised when I seen price take out this high. I was surprised when price took out this high before initially, you get what I'm saying, tapping me into the trade. But when I first entered into the market, I saw points of interest, as you can see, that was holding. Let me zoom that out a little bit better. This was a point of interest that I had marked up that was holding. I also had my London low and my Asian low marked up, and I also had a 1 hour demand marked up just in case price decided it did want to break to the downside. I did want to see what was possibly going to happen off of this 1 hour demand. And let me zoom down to my 15 minute, because this is initially where I wanted to take my trade from. I was waiting for this move to happen, and as you can see, after the market opened and after that 9:30 candle, price just kept going to the upside, did not come and pick me up. What I can say about this trade, I did want to take a ES trade today, but I can honestly say I was waiting for price to tap back into my 15 minute, but when I went to my 5 minute, put that up here. When I went to my 5 minute, as you can see, price did give me a minor breaker structure with a tap. So let me zoom in so y'all can see this a little bit better. So yeah, this was my 15 minute, and price gave me a 5 minute within my 15 minute. Price broke to the upside, did a minor breaker structure. It came back to retest the 15 minute and the 5 minute zone before it actually broken structure. And after that 9:30 candle, price did not come back. And when I zoomed down to my 5 minute, I noticed technically price doesn't have to come back and tap me in, because it literally already did that. But I was looking at the 15 minute chart, so by the time this move happened, by the time this move had already happened by the time I dropped down to my 5 minute chart. So it was really no way for me to get back into the trade, get into that trade. I was hoping when I seen this candle that price would come back and tap me in, but that's not what happened. Price ended up shooting to the upside, and once we broke past this point of interest, I honestly truly wasn't too much worried about buys on ES anymore. I ended up moving to gold, you guys. So yeah, I initially wanted to take a trade off of ES today. You know, the price action was looking very good, but hey, ES had other plans. It did tap me in, but I didn't see it tap me in. So yeah, we didn't take that trade on ES. So let me zoom out. Let me go to my NQ chart over here. I did take an NQ trade today. Mind you, y'all, I didn't take any of these trades live. Today was my first day back in the markets, but it wasn't my first day live trading. My first day live trading is going to be tomorrow. So today I just really wanted to see how the markets was moving, seeing if we was going to have some good price action this year. So I did look at NQ. I did take this trade on my paper account, and I am going to put my P&L right next to it. This ended up being a minor L. It really wasn't supposed to be a minor L because I did have my stop loss at break even. But you know, sometimes when prices moving, that slippage is an MFer. So initially my stop loss was at break even, but when price came shooting through my stop loss, it kind of knocked me like $4.50 into red. So I ended up losing $4.50 on this trade. But as you can see, I had a buy order set because, as I said, I was looking at the gold chart, and we're going to go over the gold trade as well. But I had a buy order set here on NQ. So when price tapped me into this trade, I was not looking at the NQ chart. I was actually looking at the gold chart, and I got a notification saying that, you know, price ended up tapping me into this trade. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I was risking 175 ticks in this trade, and I was going for about 350 something ticks. This trade was doing amazing. As I said, I was looking at gold. So initially when price did hit up to here, I don't know if y'all can see it too much because, you know, my candles are purple. So as you can see, once price got up to here, I would have adjusted my stop loss to break even. But, well, not to break even, probably a little bit closer to my 1-to-1. Because of how close price did get to my TP. When price gets very close to my TP, before giving me some retraction, I will adjust my stop loss to a little bit underneath my 1-to-1, just because if it gets that close to my TP, I really don't want price to go all the way down to my stop loss. Whether it's at break even, or if it's still in, or if it's still in, or if my stop loss is still in the red. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, initially if I would have seen this move happen, my stop loss definitely probably would have been up here. But as you can see, the trade ended up stopping me out, and I was a little irritated with NQ, you guys. I'm not even gonna lie, because as you can see, like, it literally stopped me out like that little bit, and then shot up in my favor. So, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say, you know, I should have kept my stop loss. Initially it was right here. I wasn't covering the whole entire zone. My stop loss, I believe, was initially like right here, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm cool with adjusting my stop loss to break even, especially when I was that high into profit, and I felt like keeping my stop loss where it originally was at would have been bad risk management. So you guys, I really wasn't tripping. I just wish I was, you know, paying a little bit more close attention to this trade, so I could at least, you know, got out this trade. You get what I'm saying? With at least a little bit of profit secured, rather than, you know, $4.50 loss. So yeah, you guys, this was the NQ trade that I took. Price action on NQ was pretty good for the most part. They didn't do too much playing around. Hey, she hit my zone, and she took off from there. So yeah, NQ did pretty good today. Not too bad. So yeah, you guys, we're gonna get ready to switch over to this gold chart. This is initially where I took my trade, and we did get a W on this trade, you guys. So I am excited about that, because last year, you know, I was trying to still get a feel for gold, because everyone know, you know, gold is definitely not a pair that you initially start trading as a beginner. So when I started looking at to gold, I think I was probably like, if I'm not mistaken, like 6 months into trading when I started looking at gold and back testing it a little bit more. So initially, you guys, I came into gold and I marked up my 15-minute chart. If I'm not mistaken, I think my Asian low was still intact. The only thing that was taken off when I came into gold was my Asian high and my London low. So based off of that, I knew I wasn't really making any trades on gold if I did see a trade opportunity until that 8:30. And as you can see, this 8:30 candle here, it gave me my 15-minute zone here. Once I got my 15-minute zone, I dropped down to my 5-minute. Let me adjust this for y'all. I dropped down to my 5-minute and notice that price did a minor breaker structure on my 15-minute. It gave me a 5-minute order block slash demand zone, and a minute price on my 5-minute chart broke past the structure of that bullish order block. That's when I initially entered into the trade. I was risking $100 for 205. I believe I was in this trade for about 55 minutes, you guys. I'm going to put my P&L right here on the side. But yeah, I was in this trade initially for about 55 minutes, maybe an hour. And as you can see, this trade worked out beautifully, you guys. I could have targeted, what is this? I believe this is the London high. Yes, I could have targeted the London high, but it's Monday. I wasn't really trying to be too greedy. I was going for a 1 to 2, well, 2 to 1 today, you guys. And as you can see, it worked out perfectly. You know, we got a push to the upside. Price came back and closed that gap. I was at break even. I was pretty scared in this trade because I was at break even on gold and NQ, but NQ ended up stopping me out and gold reversed, like literally 2 ticks from my stop loss, and then it just shot to the upside. As you can see, this is where I adjusted my stop losses, and that was all she wrote. Gold actually ran for about 400 and something ticks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, close to 400 ticks. So yeah, gold did beautifully today. So I'm definitely gonna be looking at gold a little bit more. As I stated in the beginning of the video, I believe my pairs this trading year is going to be ES and gold. I did want to look back into NQ, but we're gonna see. I wasn't liking NQ's price action towards the end of the year. So for the most part, last year and so far in the beginning of this year, I've been liking ES and gold movements a little bit more. Yes, NQ has some clean setups today, but with NQ, you got to give your stop loss a little bit more wiggle room, and I'm trying to keep my risk at a set amount of risk. I'm trying to get out of risking different amounts per trade. I'm trying to keep the same risk amount each trade and moving with there. And I feel like with NQ, you got to give it a little bit more wiggle room adjustments for the trades to really play out in your favor. But yeah, you guys, these was the trade ideas we took today. We did not trade live. We're gonna be back live tomorrow. And yeah, after gold gave us that nice TP, it just consolidated the rest of the New York session. So we're definitely gonna be looking at gold during the Asian session, forward testing it, just to see how the price is moving outside of my trading session. But yeah, you guys, that's it for today's video. I thank y'all for sitting down with me and listening to me do my trade breakdown for today. I hope y'all had an amazing start to y'all trade year, and let's get to this bag, trade family. It's only up. This is our year. Let's get these payouts. Let's pass these fundeds. Let's change our lives. Let's change our families' lives, and hey, let's change stranger lives who's looking on to us for guidance. With that being said, I love y'all. I thank y'all. Peace. Your girl GC the Trader is out.